Video File 16. It's been an emotional roller coaster. Let him think he is in control. Let him think he has won. You will have your say. It's been a long, hard haul for you and for him. An easy ride. Let him continue. Judge no more the outcome. Carry on with your life. Surround yourself with love and light. I know you're lonely. It's hard out there on your own, though you must keep going and never give up. Keep focusing on that goal. Don't let anyone get in your way or ever stop you. Justice will be done. His ways will be noticed. You are in the right hands, following in the right direction. Trust in this guidance completely. You will succeed. You will be amazed at how quickly things will turn out once the tables have turned and the wheels are in motion and are turning. Rise above. This situation will turn to your advantage. Believe. Watch your back. Protect Newt and don't worry. All will be revealed and the truth will be told. He will be shown up for what he truly is, a liar in all areas. He is trapped and he cannot escape from the padlocked cell you have put him into. He no longer torments you, and he is unable to be set free from the chains that bind him to his lies and the wrongdoings he has done. Turn the whole situation on its head. Find a way to carry on as you always do. Turn it all to your advantage. There is no stopping you. As you speak the truth, the lies become undone. Leave him be, let him go. Persevere with your dreams. Cut all ties. Use only a solicitor, or in the end, yourself, for all these pressing matters. Only you can untangle this mess. You cost nothing. Remain calm and carry on. It's not the time to move yet. Rest and keep quiet. Say nothing, and all your wishes will come to you. I feel your frustration. This is perfectly normal, feeling the way you feel. In abnormal circumstances, keep your anger and frustrations to a minimum. Rest assured, all will turn out as you once planned. Your wishes are granted, yet you need to hold in there and wait. Only time has a way of revealing itself. It is precious, it is fluid. Wait, all will be revealed. The child. Rest your weary head. You need to focus and spend quality time with Newt at home. It's too late to reconcile. Too much time has elapsed. Be true in your heart, remain on your own, and say nothing. He will come home to you, unannounced and unprepared. Don't worry, all will be fine, as you once dreamed. It just needs you to take a back seat, clear your mind, and relax. Wait no more. One time has come to have some fun. Honour the time spent with this man. He is yours. The cleansing. It is necessary to cry the way you have done. It is impossible for you to switch off your emotions. Let us take over from now on. You don't need to worry. No longer are you controlled by his treacherous hands. Surrender. Leave it all to God. Give him no slack. Don't rise to any more bait. Allow nothing to come between you and him. Surrender. Hurt no more. Feel no more anger. Use your rage to channel into your music, your writing, your life, your career. Stand for no more lies. Accept nothing but fairness and justice. Your new man knows you for you, appreciates you, has allowed you to grow. Brand new. Stand tall and leave well alone, and fight no more. Surrender and give in. Never give up. Allow nothing and no one to stop you reaching your goals, high aims and ambitions. And tomorrow is another day. I will rise above all that is not my dream, all the untruths, and be stronger, so much stronger for it. Fear nothing or no one, no more. Sweet dreams. Love thyself and all the rest will follow. Love will conquer all. It's about time you revealed the whole of you. Love is patient, love is kind, and love is forgiving. Love pure, relaxed, happy, and smiling inside. From careful planning, creating, building will come everything. Smile and don't worry. Taking over in the absence of the desperate princess. Whilst you are making changes in your new present life, you constantly worry about someone else moving in and taking over from where you left off in your old past life, changing the interior to suit their requirements. You end up keeping yourself busy to block everything out, and it's only when you find time for yourself to relax that you begin to think. Sometimes too much, to the extent that your forehead aches and you are in agony with all the thoughts and memories swimming around your head. You need to find that inner love, that inner flame, that burning ember, and face the future with confidence. You can make this on your own. No need to revisit past hurts and haunts. You know that it's going to take a long time before this happens, so you have to keep believing. You do not exist in your old life anymore, and no matter how hard this is for you to accept, you have to accept it in order to move on and create your new life, tailoring it to exactly how you want. The hardest part is to let go, break the ties and sever the ties. Ignore the calls and act as if you don't care anymore. When nothing else matters, that's when all will be returned back to you, and things will right themselves. No matter how long it takes, believe it will work out the way it's meant to be. Destiny has its part still to play. Like a ghost, you wander through the corridors and memories of your mind. You are not there. They've carried on without you. It is better to have love than to never love at all. It will be hard going. You will need a lot of energy, perseverance. Tough times will be had, but remember, these times are only there to make you stronger and make the unite a stronger and thicker bond, which will be unbreakable in the years that follow, once you have got over the last hurdle, which will test both of your hearts. You must write all your thoughts down. You must speak your mind. Tell it how it is. Great events are lining up, one after the other. You will grasp firmly each one with 2 hands. Now is the time to excel, to move mountains, to have success after success. There is no stopping you in 2018 through to 2019. This movement has begun. Hold on to tomorrow, master your free will and right to choose. You must remember that the future is what you make of it. Keep this in the foremost of your mind in order to succeed in leading the life you have always wanted to lead. At times, you will feel lonely, uncared for, unloved and neglected whilst you spend this time on your own. But as soon as you meet someone who gives you all of the reassuring words that you are longing to hear, your rock-bottom feelings will subside for all the times you spend with this person. Who this is and when this happens will be entirely up to you. Use your intuition to guide you. It is often good to have someone there for you who understands and listens to you whenever you need to talk, to let out this hidden anger that is woven into the seams of your heart and mind. This has been stored for a long time and needs to be let go of. Finally, you will do this. The true life friends. You need someone there to reassure you and say to you that these thoughts are perfectly natural and have only occurred due to the pressure and confinement that you were experiencing and the heartbreaking choice that you felt that you had to make to change life for the better. You won't have to search very far to find someone who knows his or her worth, does not judge, and who is totally honest and understanding, with a strong ability to listen and reassure. Someone like this will get you through almost anything and everything, and will make your darkest days much brighter by the words they choose to say with tact to help heal your wounds. There are lots of people who have been through the same experience as you. You will find strength in these people, and they will find strength in you. I consider myself very lucky to have been able to find someone like this, and have found that they have been a great support all the way throughout my ups and my downs, my trials and tribulations, almost like a guardian angel to see me through the tough times. Beware, there are not many people out there like this at all, and the world can be a cruel place to be unless you are surrounded by those who love you and care about you, without them possessing inside of them the malicious intent to hurt you. There are lots of people like this. This is the most saddening part. Be careful with who you spend your time with, because there will be those out there who will see your vulnerability and sensitiveness, making fun of you behind your back without you even knowing. These are the people who you need to stay clear of and protect what is yours from them. They will present themselves as kind and generous beings, but deep down will be plotting and scheming against you. These people you will have to avoid, and some will be associated with your ex-husband and ex-fiancé from time to time and will poison his mind against you. He will believe their version of the truth and not yours, because it will be easier to do so at that present moment in time. They will have their views, and both men will be more prone to believe them because you are no longer in their life. This is where the lies become the truth to those people, and this is where the third degree of separation has to occur. Do it now. It will be hard to decipher the lies from the truth, and people will believe the one they have known the most. It will be hard to convince them otherwise. Web of deception. Guard what you say and all that you are very carefully. Avoid confrontation and keep moving on. Soon these people will not affect you emotionally and will no longer damage your integrity. These spiders will spin. Status, self-esteem, confidence and current position. They will no longer threaten the person you are. Whilst you are coming away from your past life, there will be people to help you and guide you, support your ambitious aims, and will temporarily be there to give you clues about how to reach your goals. Time will be short and these people will come and go, offering you an insight into what your destiny holds for you. You choose which dreams you want to follow. Be careful where you tread. Life and people can be deceiving. You have to be quick to seize every moment, every second and every dream. Go for it. You have got to reach high. Call these people, make your mark and make your move. What is thought to be temptation to others is a dream come true to you. Take the opportunities. Bite the apple, fly and spread your wings and leave. You will not regret this choice. You will have to make the decision. During my journey, I got to a point where I was feeling so tired and knew in my heart and mind that everything would be okay eventually, if I followed my heart. Life would turn out exactly how I wanted it to be once all the plans that I had made started to fall into place and my life was back on track again. Your body can take only so much, and your mind will become overloaded with information which you will not be able to deal with instantly. Your head will feel as though it is ready to explode. The past will invade your mind, and so will the present be tough to get through. But keep grounded, and you will keep walking on, and your future will greet you and shake you by the hand. You have to be certain, sure, the decision has to be made. You only had to wake up, walk on, be proud, be who you are, you. Confirmation. You have to be strong, remain strong, committed and true to your life ambitions. Tailor your life to the skills you have learned and lessons you have been taught while spending this time alone. When I left my old life, I was becoming increasingly unhappy, unable to confront even the smallest of issues. I became morose and angry at the way my life was turning out. I wanted more than what I had. I wanted to move mountains, reach to a higher position, and generally wanted to wake up every morning to the sound of love, romance, music, happiness and fulfillment. I always felt as if there was something else out there for me, that if I left my old life to discover my new one, I would relieve myself of all these nagging doubts, anguish, fears and frustration, and swirling anger at how unfair my situation was for me. I was right. It was destined to happen at the right time. After all, I was doing the best I could under each circumstance I was presented with. I no longer wanted the life that I was leading, and I knew people around me at the time, including my ex-husband and ex-fiancé, were unable to fulfill my incredible urges to lead a better life. They were unable to help me and could not see what I was seeing. Sometimes they would make me feel doubtful and inferior, as though I was losing my mind. I knew I wasn't. I had high hopes and ideals that I wanted to follow through to make happen. I have to hold forgiveness in my heart for them, but that is all. They didn't know the future, and certainly hadn't acknowledged the role I'd played. My life was becoming stagnant and stale, and I could not see how it was ever going to get any better whilst I was seeing the same people, visiting the same places, and above all, my life was going nowhere. I was a young girl getting old very quickly. I was continuously paralysed. Should I stay or should I go? To go, leaving my then husband behind, became my only option, to save my sanity, to give me a new lease of life. Only he never understood this. He never believed my reasons for leaving. Had he have known, might it have changed things? I don't think so. Only I could change the course of my life by leaving my old life well and truly behind me. I was misunderstood back then, and nobody really gave me the chance and time to explain. It was my past over, well and truly. 2007 and now 2009, I have to close the door. Finally. The nagging doubts. The only way my ex-husband and I could have remained a couple after our marriage, had we not got divorced, was if he followed me to my dream destination and supported my hopes and dreams, but he never did. In fact, the life I led afterwards, he was never a part of, and I led it completely separate from him. I was 24. The lack of concern and communication led us to a brick wall each time. He couldn't make me happy because I was unable to make myself happy. It was down to me and only me to change the course that my life was taking. If he decided that he wanted to be with me, regardless of the changes that were occurring in my life, then it would have happened. If it turned out that he was not meant to be, then we were both meant to meet different partners that could please and make us happy. Much later on in my life, I had to do the same again with my once fiancé, but this didn't work out either. I settled them for only the best. The best was yet to come. A new younger man was waiting ahead of me to hold my hand and guide me. His name was Calm. I met him in October 2011. I lost the love of my life back then, and it was the hardest and toughest decision I had ever had to make. But it brought me here. Had I not made it, would we be still together? Then the answer is still no. It wasn't meant to be that way. We were meant to be together. He was meant to be my childhood sweetheart, and then we were meant to be torn apart. There was no other way, and that had to be accepted. Eventually, for me to continue on my path to my final destination, much as it hurt me and wounded my heart, I had to block him out. I had to accept the past had happened for a reason. He had to be left behind. I knew him to be fine. I knew in my heart my departure hurt him very much. It was never meant to be that I was accepted back once I had made the choice to leave. I was allowed no further access to his life ever again, so I had to eventually accept that and move on once and for all. He was meant to create a void where I had been, and avoid me, block contact and disassociate himself from me, causing deep resentment, sadness and hurt for a long while. I feel that I was meant to be left out of the circle of friends to experience abandonment, isolation and loneliness in order to be grateful for the life and circle of friends I was about to be given. I have no regrets. Life is about living. I blocked it all out for a long while, many years I did this for, and moved on, but somewhere inside of me knew that there would have to be a day where I would have to come face to face with the huge block that I had created, and at this time I would have to deal with it head on by releasing all the pent-up anger, hurt, despair and pain that had stored itself deep within my body without me consciously being aware of it anymore. Without me even knowing, as I was creating an impenetrable barrier that needed eventually to be lifted. I wasn't to know that this realisation was to happen much later on in my life. In fact, now, into the future, when I would eventually realise that this block was doing me no good at all. Time is fluid. It will keep on going, and so must we. Before we know it, time has been absorbed. Hallelujah, my breakthrough, the recovery. Had I have known sooner that I would have had to have dealt with this damage that was causing me deep despair and frustration, but it would take me a whole decade to finally reach this stage, and it was the most difficult stage of my life so far. If I'd have known of a way out before, then I would have dealt with the damage that had been layered into my mind and my heart much earlier on in the process of recovery. It would then have been dispersed at a younger age as I continued forward in my life, releasing me to a life full of my dreams much earlier on in my life. I would have to be a light individual, free of burdens. Many years on, the block had to be removed, and I had to consciously be made aware of it. It had eroded my inner being and destroyed my self-belief, my ability to keep believing, and both departures of two men that I'd have done anything for, loved so deeply, had severely damaged my confidence, which meant that I was unable to live my life the way I had dreamed until I had worked through all of the damage, which had made a deep scar within my insides and had created a wound that was never healing.